Alright guys, today we're going to be talking about James Charles. If you guys don't remember, a week ago James Charles made some video basically shitting on some... So back then, I guess a month ago or earlier this year, Spirit Airlines went bankrupt and everything... all their employees got laid off and they have no job and have to go find new ones. Well, this one Spirit Airline employee that was laid off out of desperation DM'd James Charles, and she was like, "Hey James, I recently lost my job. Here's a link to the GoFundMe. Can you I guess, I know you're probably not going to see this, but it would really mean a lot to me if you donated a bit." Oh, James Charles, instead of because James Charles is not obligated to give anyone money, just for the record. James Charles isn't really he doesn't have to give. He's not responsible for that shit. He doesn't have to give you your money, his money. He doesn't have to give you his money. So I understand James Charles not wanting to give money to this Spirit Airline employee that was recently laid off. But instead of ignoring the message, instead of just leaving it alone, he just goes on TikTok and makes a rant video about how this Spirit Airline employee is lazy and that this person needs a job. James Charles, the guy that makes a living off putting bullshit in his face, is telling a person who was recently laid off from their job to go find a new one. You see, that statement right there just proves to me that James Charles has never faced any sort of hardship in his life. James Charles believes that life is a game. So anyways, the James Charles crash out. Let's check it out.
I heard a name today that I haven't heard in many moons. Had me feeling like Robin Williams when he crawled out of Jumanji asking what year it is. That name? James Charles.
Bro, I have not heard of James Charles since the whole Kayla Malik shit happened. When that one guy was trying to, try to cancel James Charles over some bullshit.
I just got a DM on here from a girl that said, "Good morning, James. I know you'll probably never see this, but if you could just take 1 minute to read it, would really mean a lot to me. I'm really struggling right now because Spirit Airlines just filed for bankruptcy and I have lost my job. Here's the GoFundMe link. Any donations help."
Bro's just making a creepy face. What the what prompted you to make this video? Did that DM really piss you off so much? Anyways, also, oh my gosh, I'm gonna say this. Why is James Charles looking at his DMs? I'm just realizing that now. James Charles, if you guys are not on the internet, James Charles has been exposed for, DMing children, and he's been exposed time and time and time again. And every single time that happened, he's been let go. People did not care enough to cancel him for this. And my question to James is, why are you still DMing people or looking at your DMs after all this shit you went through? Because if I were to get exposed for texting kids, I would never touch my DMs ever again. Ever. Now, I don't get that much DMs on, Instagram or Twitter because, well, I'm not that famous, but best believe if I were to be exposed for being a complete cringe bag or a weirdo on DMs, because I'm never gonna be a pedophile ever. But if there was a moment in time where I ever get exposed for sending out cringy DMs or just sending inappropriate stuff through DMs, dude, I would never ever look at my DMs again. I would feel guilty scrolling through my DMs. The fact that James Charles is still comfortable doing this is just blasphemy.
I'm sure they do, sweetheart. I'm sure they do. You know what else would help you? Getting another job.
What a yucky douchebag. This is like cartoon villain level evil monologue here. Oh, no money, huh? No money? Bang, shrink ray. Now you're short too, like that kind of thing. It's so over the top, stinking, oozing assholery. I cannot believe his delusional mind thought this was a good idea or like a strong look or a worthwhile dunk to be punching down on someone who's already fallen on hard times after losing their job, and they reached out to you.
Yeah, this person's already going through shit, and they already feel like shit, and you're just making them feel more like shit.
In this desperate situation because clearly they have an appreciation of you. So they threw the Hail Mary, seeing what happens. I doubt they were expecting this kind of response. Now, of course, there is always the chance that it is fraudulent. There are so many fake GoFundMes out there, so there's always a chance that all of it is fucking fiddlesticks. It could all be.
Okay, even if James Charles were to think that DM is fake and everything this Spirit Airline employee told was fake, then ignore it. Just delete it or block this person, because you're not obligated to do anything about it. So why don't you just mind your business? Because that's literally the easiest thing you can do.
Be baloney. I have no way of knowing that. I only have James Charles fucking Gangnam styling on this person and insulting them for it to go on, which leads me to believe that it might be real, because if it was just fake, obviously just a sham, why would he even be bothering to crash out for over 2 minutes about it? So I'm going
Okay, well, that part is true.
to work under the assumption that this is a real person that has reached out about it. You could have just not responded. Like, that was also an option. You didn't need to come over here and start like spitting and dunking on him. Like, how dare you even message me asking for help? Are you out of your fucking mind? I'm James Charles, goddammit. And is there anything ickier than someone that has a job like James Charles telling someone else to get a job, preaching that they need to get a job?
Yes, because James Charles is literally the Antichrist. Not the Antichrist. Well, he is. Well, not many people. Well, I guess you would all agree that he is that, but brother, James, you have like the easiest job in the entire universe. All you have to do is turn on a camera, put bullshit in your face, and call it a night.
Brother, this former Spirit Airlines worker is a 10 times harder worker and has done 10 times as much labor as you ever have in your life. James Charles' entire career has been just farting out dog shit products and posting cringe videos, and he couldn't even do that without also trying to sext minors. So how dare you try and tell...
Yeah, even with the sexting minor stuff, like, if all this shit was true, I mean, I believe all this is true, by the way, but like, if, again, like, why are you even going through DMs after this controversy? I would have stayed away from my DMs, never ever DM'd a person ever again.
An actual hardworking American to go get a job as if you've done anything worthwhile and you've done like actual work. You got the easiest fucking job in life. You got dealt a very lucky hand, bro. This is so tasteless. It's so crude. Coming from James Charles of all people. So you've never been in a desperate financial situation. Great. Group hug in the shower tonight, James. Glad you've never gone through a financial struggle. This person is. And they desperately tried to reach out to you, and there's no obligation for you to try and, like, save them or anything. Obviously, there's no expectation of that, but they tried anyway because they're feeling in a rough spot. So they tried, and now you're insulting them and publicly trying to humiliate them for it. It's just so gross, bro.
Yeah, try that. Because in the time that it took you to copy and paste the same fuck-ass message to myself, who you don't follow, by the way, and probably 100 other influencers and celebrities.
Bro, who cares?
You could have applied for 100 other jobs, but you didn't because you're a lazy piece of shit and you're entitled. And you think that influencers and celebrities should fund your life for you. Why would I ever help you?
I mean, to be fair, the people who watch your shit finance you and help you.
No way the word entitled just left his lips. Right? No, I must have misheard that. There's no way he said that. James Charles did. He didn't use that word against somebody else, did he? That had to be an audio glitch. I'm gonna assume that there's no way his vocal folds even let the word entitled leave his lips. Oh my god,
It did.
So I'm not even gonna bother touching on that one. Holy. So let's instead look at the other stuff he said. He really highlighted that this person doesn't follow him. Who gives a fuck? There's plenty of people that I watch their stuff and engage in their content with without subscribing to them or following them on socials. That's pretty normal, actually. I don't know why he's like spiteful about that. So
No, I think because is that this person is just DMing people. You know, I think that James Charles thinks that, like, you know, this person is just, I don't know how to explain it without looking like a jackass, but like James Charles believes that this person is like either a clout chaser or just like trying to find like an easy gig to get money.
he's using that to say like, oh, you must have sent this to like 100 other celebrities. Based on what, man? You're just making an assumption. You're just taking a guess. You don't know that. You could be the only person they reach
This person might have actually subscribed to their YouTube channel, but just don't use Instagram.
out to about it because they really admired you and thought that maybe you could be that helping hand. Which again, there's no obligation for him to do, but why go this hard against them? This is fucking diabolical. And you have no idea if they've sent out job applications or not. Why are you speaking as though you're certain they haven't? They very well could have 100 job applications out there right now. The Spirit Airline layoffs are still pretty new. Getting a job right away is not like this, bro.
Yeah, I know it's difficult as shit nowadays.
I don't know how out of touch you are with reality and what's going on in the world around you. It doesn't happen lickety-split like that. So in the meantime, they are out income. And I imagine as a Spirit Airlines employee, they weren't rolling in dough, able to afford fucking mansions and stuff. They're probably wondering where next month's rent is going to come from in the meantime in between jobs. So they reached out to you in the interim. That would be my guess. You have no clue if they've sent out job applications. It takes a while.
You're not a fan. You don't even follow me. You've never supported me. This is your first time DMing. And you think that I'm going to send you money because you lost your job? Oh my God. Welcome to the real world, sweetheart. People lose their jobs every fucking day. And you're white, pretty, and able-bodied.
White, pretty, able-bodied. James, you are red as a tomato.
You're in a much better position than a lot of other people out here who are trying clearly much harder.
Well, clearly they're not in a better position. They just got laid off from their job, James.
To make a better life for themselves. Why would I fucking help you?
Because I helped you.
What is Dr.
Just kidding. Hello.
Doofenshmirtz even crashing out about at this point? He's having a conniption, blowing a gasket. Over what? What are you even yapping about? You're not even making a point anymore. You're trying to tell someone else how the real world functions when you yourself haven't been a member of the real world in like a fucking decade. You are so detached from the real world, yet you're over here lecturing them about it? It's absurd, bro. You couldn't write someone this out of touch and this unlikable. He's like the Starbucks CEO about the $9 coffee and the premium experience, but wrapped up in like an insufferable asshole influencer.
Aside from that, 17,000 people lost their jobs at Spirit Airlines. Why do you think you need the GoFundMe? I can at least like 1% respect the mentality of closed mouths don't get fed, doesn't hurt to try. But honestly, it does hurt to try because now you pissed me off. Okay, I'm not the one.
What? Hold on, I need to roll it back.
You need the GoFundMe. I can at least like 1% respect the mentality of closed mouths don't get fed, doesn't hurt to try. But honestly, it does hurt to try because now you pissed me off. Okay, I'm not the one. Go find fucking Mr. Reese. This is literally his
Mr. Beast?
entire shtick. I'm sure the next YouTube video is literally going to be like, I rehired all 17,000 of the Spirit Airlines employees, and it's
And created Beast Airlines. Beast Lines.
going to be the real life Hunger Games. The last one of them to leave the Spirit Airlines plane gets to be the CEO of the new company and gets a house and a car for $10 million that everybody else dies.
What the fuck did I just listen to? Bro is just yapping for no fucking reason at all.
Stop trying to make jokes. Like, actually, just please stop trying to make jokes, James.
Literally.
Put the kibosh on it right now. It's miserable listening to him try and inject humor into anything. Why did it piss you off? How does that piss you off? Yeah, 17,000 people lost their jobs here, man. That's 17,000 people that are now out income. I imagine a lot of them are feeling very similar ways to the person that reached out to you. This person just decided to try. They decided to throw a Hail Mary. Again, you could have just ignored it. Why did it piss you off? That's a fucking you problem, man. That is a weird response to it.
Like, go find that video to compete in, baby. I'm not helping you. I'm not fucking helping you. All you did was lost your job, okay? Welcome to the...
That's all she did, just lose their job. That's all they did.
The real world. I could at least understand if you were like, James, I'm a longtime fan. Here's a trillion years of
You don't know if that person was a long. Maybe they are a longtime fan. They just don't follow you on Instagram.
DMs and my support for you. I love you. I'm suffering with a really rare genetic disease that there is no cure for, and I'm trying to raise money for myself and other people that have this. Maybe I would help. Maybe I would help because I love you and I appreciate you.
You clearly don't. You're making a rant video.
You lost your fucking job? Oh. What are we gonna do? Nothing. I'm gonna do nothing. You know what you need to do? Go find a fucking new one, girl. Put some effort into the workplace.
Wait.
You need to do? Go find a fucking.
Whoa, James! What the fuck? James! Wait a
You're gonna
minute.
do nothing. I'm gonna do nothing. You know what you need to do? Go find a fucking new one, girl.
Damn it. Fuck. Wait.
Nothing. I'm gonna do nothing. You know what you need to do? Go find a fucking new one.
Bro.
I'm gonna do nothing. I'm gonna do nothing. You know what you need to do? Go find a fucking new.
James. What the heck is wrong with you?
You're gonna do nothing. What you need to do? Go find a fucking new one.
Okay, I'm done. Bro, James, you can't be saying that in 2026, bro.
Girl, put some effort.
I can't believe James Charles almost said the word, you guys. My gosh, dude. I think we should cancel him for that.
Into the work.
If we're not going to cancel him for doing the Spirit Airlines stuff, we need to cancel him for doing that.
Hey, pal. You just blow in from Stupid Town? He really thought he cooked with this rant. So the impression here is that the only people in the world he cares about are people that, like, mindlessly support him through thick and thin forever. Here's a trillion DMs. Okay, now I care about you. So maybe if you had, like, a genetic disease when you were dying and you were about to just kick the bucket, I might consider spitting on you if you were on fire. I might, because you've proven that you're a fan. And those are the only people I care about. Those are the only human beings to me. Are the fans. Then I would have cared. By the way, worth reminding you, there's nothing that says that she wasn't a fan, by the way, James, just because she didn't follow you or DM you before. What an awful perspective to have on people, huh? Again, you could have just not said anything about it, but you decided to make a whole show. You decided to go fucking hog wild on it.
Yeah, he made a whole rant video, and now he's fucking...
Man, do you look like a clown talking about hard work in the real world. Two things that you are not someone to be lecturing anyone on. You don't work hard, and you are not in the real world. And that's one of, like, the biggest things, like, points he tries to make here. Get real. This person is just in a desperate spot, as a lot of people are and have been. And in those positions, sometimes people try a Hail Mary. That's what they did here. It clearly didn't resonate with you in any way, and for some reason, really brought the demon out of you, James, for some reason. But I don't think they did anything wrong. Again, you could have just not said anything about it. And you have no idea if they are applying for jobs. It rarely happens overnight, especially currently. So in the meantime, having no income is scary and detrimental to actual working people, James. Most
Yeah, because they got to pay the bills and shit.
average workers can't just coast off of poop they shat out years ago like you can. Just collecting paychecks off of the trash that you've peddled over the years passively. So, in the meantime, they made this GoFundMe, they reached out to you, and then you had this ballistic response to it.
Oops.
And James did get dunked on for it.
Rightfully so, by the way.
He made an apology video.
Oh, bullshit. I didn't even check his apology video because I know it's just straight B to the S to the SSO.
This video was fucking stupid. It
Why are you naked?
was rude, it was obnoxious, it was privileged, and most importantly, it was completely fucking unnecessary. When I saw
It was unnecessary. Why are you naked? What is this? Are these chicken pox? Put a shirt on, boy. I'm sorry. I that was insensitive.
that DM, I absolutely had the choice to ignore it and say absolutely nothing at all and move on with my day. But instead, I couldn't even tell you why. Her message just triggered me, and I decided instead to make a video about it.
Put a shirt on. You don't need to get into formal attire, not asking you to put a suit and tie on, but could you do the bare minimum of at least putting on clothes? Why are you filming
Jesus Christ, I just made a whole big deal about him not having a shirt.
this video half awake in your hotel bed after a night of binge drinking and meth smoking. Like, you couldn't just do at least a tad bit more? Why do I have to watch you?
That's like that one it's basic. This sort of reminded me of that one time Jeffree Star back in 2020 made an apology video in his like tiger skin sofa and with his maids running in the background doing bullshit. It almost reminded me of that. Like, what is with these rich ass people in their apology videos, dude? They just sit down and just make an apology video in their fucking living room mansion with fucking maids doing bullshit in the background.
Shirtless here, fucking like sleepwalk through your response.
And I bashed her, and it was obnoxious, and I shamed her for asking for help in a situation where she was clearly really struggling, and this could have been her absolute last resort. I have no idea what was going on in her life, and I should have never assumed that she was just copying and pasting this DM as an easy way out. I don't know. I just don't know.
Ooh, I know. Pick me. I've got my hand raised. I know. It's because you are an egomaniac. It's because you are a self-centered, self-absorbed, narcissistic piece of shit, bro. That's why you did it. You thought that you were above this person, and you thought you could actually convince your audience that what they are doing is wrong and worthy of being shamed. And you tried to even spin it in a way like hard work, when you yourself are not the product of hard work. So you tried to puff out your chest about how much it takes to get back out there with the elbow grease, pulling yourself up by your bootstraps, but the message falls flat because you, the messenger, are not that person. And you're also choosing someone who is going through a very real grievance, again, assuming all of this is a legitimate story and a legitimate person, which I have no reason to believe it's not based on everything he's said. So, really, it was all a pile of dog shit, and you let your mask slip so people get to see even more about the real you, James. This is the real you.
My intention behind making this video in the first place was I get a lot of messages like this every single day. And for me personally,
did James Charles just slide into another guy's DM after making this?
it definitely sucks to receive messages from people that don't follow you and don't support you, treating you like our personal ATM or bank account. But what I'm sure sucks even fucking more is not knowing where your next paycheck is coming from and not being sure whether or not you're going to be able to put food on the table for yourself and your family. So it really doesn't matter what my intentions were behind making the video, because it came across as super fucking privileged and like I was basically shaming anybody that's unemployed for not trying hard enough to get a job. And I feel awful because that wasn't my intention, and it really hurt a lot of people.
This is coming across very genuine here, James, as he's falling into slumber here. It feels like I'm watching a video of someone ODing. Why did you even film it like this, man? And also, I don't understand why it even upset him in the first place, and why he says it sucks that people, treat me like an ATM. I get these random messages from people that obviously don't know anything about me and are just trying to hose me for cash. Like, yeah, that happens. That's annoying if you see it, but I guarantee most of the messages go—
Alright, I'm just gonna skim through this. I'm just gonna skim through the James Charles part. Like, I feel like everything Moist Critical is about to say, I feel like I'm going to say them. So I might as well just skim through this.
with his makeup tutorials, so now a humble—
I'm super sorry. And for anybody that saw that video and was disappointed or upset with what I said, I am super
Oh, James Charles, we could not be any more disappointed in you, bro.
sorry, especially to the woman from Spirit Airlines. I did try to look for her message earlier.
Yeah, did you even find this person? Like, I feel like, nah, bro. James Charles could have... Nah, bro. James Charles is best. That message is long gone.
Before making this video, and I couldn't find it. If you see this video and you want to get in touch, I would love to apologize to you directly and to help you out a little bit. But if you are not comfortable with that, I totally understand too. I really appreciate anybody that sent me a message or left a comment about this video today, letting me know how insensitive it was. I really needed to hear that.
Bro, the whole bedtime gimmick is kind of pathetic, not gonna lie to y'all. Like, Jesus.
On this account, I genuinely treat this spam page like I'm on FaceTime with you guys. I love to laugh and tell you stories and rant and scream at the camera and joke around with y'all, but sometimes I genuinely forget how many people are watching, and it was completely inappropriate.
Yeah, sometimes I forget how many people are watching. You guys probably looked at this video and thought I'm a jerk to James Charles. Anyways, what do you guys think of this James Charles stuff? Me personally, James Charles is so ignorant. Like, James Charles has not faced any sort of hardship in his life, and literally this Spirit Airlines situation proved it. That James Charles, like, never had, like, he never had to work for his position. Let's see what people says here. If she was an underage, oh my god, if she was an underage boy, he would be happy to help. Oh, that's fucked up. Having a rant like this in his bathrobe in his mansion is wild. In James's defense, he's not used to talking to people who are old enough to have a job. Apparently, apparently she wasn't even asking for a donation. She just wanted him to share a GoFundMe link since he has a bigger following. She didn't even ask for money. She just wanted him to share the fucking donation link. You're entitled because you think influencers should fund your life. And who's funding your life, James? Alright, that's enough. James Charles, you are spoiled little brats.